pissing through the door.
Pretty much near the cyclone, some heavy rain areas, pretty much destructive winds right near the core of the cyclone, and pretty nasty conditions.
Told that we had to go to work. Where we had to actually go from our camp was about 70 kilometres north to the site that we're working on. There was talk of cyclones. Where it was at, that it changed direction and was coming towards us. We went to work. We're given information that it was now a code yellow. So we thought, well, if it's a code yellow, that we start getting evacuated.
We're currently under a cyclone warning yellow. It's a Cat 3 cyclone coming in, so I have to tie down and pack up and get out.
Obviously the blokes were talking about it in the truck on the way up, and why aren't we being evacuated? There wasn't much communication between management and staff. The wind had started picking up, probably mid-morning, 8 o'clock. A massive dust storm was coming towards us when the wind started getting up, and we were trying to tie down stuff, and it was getting harder and harder. So I suppose questions then were starting to get asked, well, listen, why aren't we getting out of here? Why aren't we going back to camp? And why aren't we being evacuated? The site itself, there's probably anywhere from 50 to 100 vehicles there, from trucks and stuff, that could easily have taken the 150 plus men and women out.
Okay, now today the 8th of March, being a Thursday, payday and all, bugger, all full of piss at 20 past 4 in the afternoon. The cyclone report for Cyclone George hitting camp number 1, rail camp number 1, right, just fucking southeast of fucking Port Hedland. We're on, it's going to hit right on fucking top of us. We're getting no... We're good! We're fucking good!
Mine's got a tradition where it's a cyclone party, and the boys, obviously at that stage we weren't too worried because we were assured that we were safe, and it's just a big drink fest really. We just knew that the cyclone was coming our way. We didn't know that we're actually going to be smack bang in the middle of it. They said to us, go back to your donga and stay in your donga while this is going on. We were told that the dongas could handle a category 2 cyclone, and obviously at the time the blokes were thinking, well, if they can handle that, then we're going to be reasonably safe. But as we know now that it was a category 4, and she just made mincemeat of the dongas in the campsite.
Never been in an earthquake. That's what it's like. It's a constant just shake. Our buildings just shaking. I don't know if you can see this, it's water just pissing through the door. Mid-cyclone. Water running through the windows. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be here in the morning.
The noise was just unbelievable, and as the night got on, then the banging of things smashing into the donga, and and I suppose in our heads we're just waiting for something to come through the walls. I was petrified. I mean, we got to a stage where I hid it between my mattress and my main bottom of my bed, hoping that if the donga went, that they'd give me enough cushion to survive whatever was going to come. That night, Friday morning, when the eye of the storm had hit and we had got all the injured into the mess hall, we were told to get into our head office that was there on site. We stayed there all night while the second part of the storm came through after the eye. In the morning, then it was a matter of trying to find out where, because there were people still missing, where they were and if they were alright, and that's what happened. We jumped in vehicles and drove around the camp, knocking on doors at dongas that were still there and making sure these blokes were alright. Just destruction was just, I've never lived through anything like that before, and yeah, just seeing everything that was smashed, and I was surprised that not many more people were killed.
She was a beauty.
Too bloody big. Absolutely demolished the place.
Okay, let's start we'll start the north of the state, shall we?
Start in the north, okay, yeah, well currently we have severe tropical cyclone George located up north, pretty much just in the inland Pilbara. It's slowly weakening, but it is still a category 3 cyclone.
Come back!
To continue moving southwards overnight, and probably by this time tomorrow it shall be downgraded into a tropical depression. But in the meantime, pretty much near the cyclone, some heavy rain areas, pretty much destructive winds right near the core of the cyclone, and pretty nasty conditions. Probably just the coastal Pilbara, some rain areas.
We had 28 injured and 1 confirmed dead, and obviously now that we know there's more, but unfortunately the bloke that I was trying to help has passed away. Yeah, that was pretty full on. He had massive head wounds. A girl helped me wrap his head up, and then it was a matter of just trying to get one of the medics to come back and help him, but obviously there was that many people injured that they were stretched to the limit because there wasn't a big emergency response unit on site. They had SES, police and other medical staff that arrived to start treating the injured and to suss out and try and tell us what was going on, which did not happen really. Took so long, we had to spend another night in camp after the cyclone. It was frustration more than anything. We weren't getting any information on what was going on and when we were going to get out, so blokes were itching just to jump in a vehicle and get out. So.
Crikey, this is good!
They put a big grader that pulled us through the river, so no one got washed away and got us out that way, and then we drove the 100 kilometres back into Port Hedland.
Freedom!
I'm glad they've come out straight away and admitted that they're at fault, and because otherwise it would have been a lot more hassle with people saying what they had to say and they're not covering it up. They're just straight out flat admitting that they were at fault and that they should have pulled us out when the yellow alert was issued. A lot of blokes thought we were just second-class citizens, that we weren't treated with respect, that we should have been pulled out straight away. They had a long time to organise to get out, whether we ran away from the storm in the vehicles or they took us somewhere that was going to be secure.